Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something cool I've been kind of working on here. I got my Hollywood Video shirt on. I used to work there back in high school. And I'm just trying to create a little bit of nostalgia here for doing this. Um, yeah, so I made my own, or I was able to find a POS system that I can install into my laptop here, and actually using some of this site to help me get the printer working. I got myself a price scanner right here. Pretty nifty. You can get it from Amazon. I'll have the links below. I have my printer down here. My printer. I have it in selfie mode, so it's hard to aim this thing. And then I have my movies. You know, this one actually is a Hollywood Video one. I didn't go to this exact location, but it didn't work there, but I worked at around three or four or so Hollywood Video locations around my area. Whenever people would quit immediately in like the middle of the day, just walk out, I quit, I hate this place. They call up our store, and I was usually the first person to volunteer because gave me a chance to see a new store. It was kind of fun. It was like a little field trip for me. Anyway, yeah, that was funny. I have some stories for that. Apparently, like, there was one Hollywood Video I worked at, or I went to go help out. These two people were dating each other, and then they broke up. So then they both quit and walked out in the same day. So then they called me, and I came and helped. It's kind of funny because at that store, almost everything was stolen. So people would come up to the register and be like, "Hey, where's such and such?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure we have it." "No, that's stolen." Okay, that's stolen, that's stolen, that's stolen. Yeah, you can kind of tell where some of the locations were at, how much inventory you probably were going to have on hand. But anyway, so I gathered up some movies here and I entered these in my POS system here. So I will have all the links to this in the video description below on how to do this. And I can go into more detail on it later. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do today. Probably just kind of a brief overview, but I can get a more specific video if you'd like. But yeah, pretty much right here. Let me try to, right here, let me go ahead and get this out of self-made here. Here's the POS system software I have that I installed on my laptop here. I'll have, yeah, links to this stuff in the description below, but basically, yeah, once you go in there, this is kind of the first place you enter. You have to enter in some of your inventory in the stock table, and set up your printer if you have it, and set up your scanner if you have one of those. And then once you're done, so actually I'll show you the stock table here. That is just the first part of it, and you can actually use this software in an actual real store, so you can set passwords on your stock in case you have other employees and such. But I'm going to go ahead and edit the stock table here. So F4, and sometimes it'll glitch, but okay, there we are. And I have some of my tapes here that I entered in. I just freehand typed VHS. The stock numbers I could actually scan in with my scanner here. And I'll click the back of it. I'm actually curious if this is going to work. Let me try to scan the Scrooged UPC that the video stores we used to use at Hollywood Video. Let's see if that actually works. I think it actually would work. Curious what the number would give me. It did work. Yeah, so the if you have some old Hollywood Video labels or Blockbuster Video rental stickers with the barcode still present, the scanner will actually pick it up, and now that's his stock number. So that's pretty nifty, actually. Pretty nifty. When I worked at Hollywood Video, some people would peel those things off and think they were funny or something, so we'd have to find out other places to write these numbers. And I think it was just like the last few digits we needed just to be able to search it up, because usually there'd only be one You know, because we could search it up by the name. We just need the last like digit or two just to find out exactly which copy it was. But that was kind of how we used to do it. And whenever people used to rip off the labels, usually it's video games that they did that. So I'm gonna do, I'll just type in real quick here, VHS / Scrooged. And then I'll put rental just for fun. And then I'll go ahead and just hit tab over. And this is where you can enter in all your data. I have, oh yeah, so it says sold 7 there because I've actually checked out this video 7 times. So it's keeping track of that, which is kind of funny. But I'll put the inventory as 1. You can always sell this over inventory if you want. You just have to specify. And I think I always like to have $1 total on it just for selling here. But man, it's kind of tough to, oh yeah, if I hit enter, I can actually go over all the tabs. So it's, you kind of have to play around with it, kind of reteach yourself. Some of this stuff is similar to other programs. Like I actually remember our POS system at Hollywood Video pretty vividly. And there's some training videos I saw online. I could put links to those. And I could see the POS system on the computer, and I knew like F3 was to look up people, F9 was to actually check people out, and you escape through having to type in people's information and such. So I remember little things like that, and very vividly the check-in computer for checking in videos. But let me go ahead and escape out of here. All right, so let me go ahead and go back to the cash register drawer. All right, basically I just had to remember again how I did it. It was Shift F1 or F and yeah, I think it was just F1. Anyway, so now this is the main menu. I'm gonna go ahead, and this is where you can close out. File maintenance is how you got back to the previous menu. I'm gonna go ahead and go to purchase, and I have myself, or who do I have in there? Let's see, I can search for people, do F3. Yeah, and then I'll do tab use this data. Save as a new customer. All right, so now I'm in the program, so I'm gonna go ahead and scan my first item. And I actually have a stand for this thing so I wouldn't have to hold it, because when I was at Hollywood Video, I never had to pick this thing up. It was always on a stand. And I used to just hold things over it and scan it. All right, so now I will scan Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right, good choice, good choice. Go ahead and scan this here. Ta-da! So a pretty fun way, you know, there's other places like Blu-ray, the Blu-ray app where you can catalog a bunch of stuff and actually use your phone to scan things in. Although my iPhone 8 would be able to scan movies in with the barcode, but not my iPhone 12. And I think other people are having issues, the new iOS 2 maybe. And anyway, so this is another way to do it, to actually get a real scanner. You know, it's like 20, you can even get a $10 one, but I think this one was like almost close to 30 because it came with a stand and stuff. You can get your scanner, and then be able to just enter in these movies and have your own little store, which is kind of fun. Let me go ahead and scan another one, Indian in the Cupboard. I thought this movie was probably politically incorrect these days, but it's actually on like the Paramount app or something. I actually did see it streaming the other day. Okay, there we are. And yeah, let me go ahead and scan another one. Thriller. I was pretty excited to find this used. All right, we got got Thriller in there. And then last but not least, Beastie Boys Sabotage. I couldn't believe I found this one. I used to watch this on MTV when I was a kid. Alright. Alrighty. Alright. Sir, the total will be exactly $30 because we don't have our taxes in there. We're not going to file them. So only $30 today. So shift plus, or I had to do plus there, and I'll do cash. I did credit the earlier and it didn't change anything. I'll do credit again just for fun of it. So I'm not sure exactly. I think if I have another thing plugged in, I could be able to use that, but it's not going to stop me. And you do credit cash back if you wanted. Yeah, I'll charge that to the card. You are able to do gift card in here, and until you actually set up how many gift cards you have, it won't let you do it. It'll say it's an invalid number. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you could really use this POS system in a real store setting. And some people do. On the website, they'll actually show the stores that do use it. Okay. And here we go. Printed it out on my little thermal printer here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. And this is, you know, at Hollywood Video, it was actually like a printer that was like as wide as this laptop and had the perforated edges on the side. And actually, I have a Hollywood Video piece of paper. I'll have to find, but yeah. So it isn't quite what I used to have, but you know, it's something. Yeah, it makes me feel more like a store. So. Even has my name, my fake customer name I put in there, Will, and I actually have the correct date in there. And this software, even if you turn your computer off, don't connect to the internet, it's you know, it's going to keep that date and time for you. So to get this all working for you, the scanner, it was pretty much plug and play. That was it. What I have actually up here is how to get the printer working. That was actually the biggest. Let me go ahead. Okay, I was actually in full screen here. To get out of full screen, you do Alt Enter. And I'm running this program through DOSBox. That's the only way to get it running in here because I'm using Windows 10. So to get the printer working, you have to activate another program to run in the background to use your printer drivers. And this is actually the main website I would use here. And you know, it's saying what to use if you're using a 64-bit Windows computer. You have to mount it within DOSBox. It all sounded very complicated, but once I really like kind of forced myself to actually read their instructions, it wasn't too bad at all. And I'm here to help, so I can try to help as much as I can. If you guys would like, I can go through how to set this up exactly, because probably most people watching this are going to be on a Windows 10 computer at 64-bit. So, but yeah, once I got it set up, it was pretty easy to get it going, and you know, it's pretty fun to you know, have a little video store. Well, thank you for shopping at Billy's Hollywood Video. Don't forget, your movies are due back on Friday. If you return them overnight, then just as long as you return them before we open the next day, they will still count as being returned the previous day. I used to tell our customers that was a little tip and trick I would try to do. I try to, you know, be nice and everything. I'll have to have another video where I go into a lot more of my experiences at Hollywood Video. I was there for a year, but also hung out there for a couple years afterwards because I had a lot of friends there and everything. So yeah, that'll be for another day. It's a lot of fun stories. I'm not even joking. There was a lot of fun stories that happened at that place. Made $5.63 an hour. Those are fun times. But yeah, appreciate you tuning in. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I kind of just breezed through a bunch of stuff. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this stuff, let me know. If you're not, you know, let me know that too. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Appreciate it. Bye.